Hey, yesterday I talked to an experienced project manager and we asked ourselves, why do a lot of projects fail? And of course, there's like lots and lots of problems usually you can associate with projects. But there's two really main things why projects are failing. And they don't really have anything to do with, technology or so. It's really like very, very soft factors. And like the first thing is, let's say authentic communication, or let's say it's not there. It's like the opposite. So what is that? It's like lying, covering up, like exaggerating stuff, not really saying the truth. And really, that's like one of the main problems. And the other one is about belief, that the project manager, the project team don't believe their project is going to happen in time, cost, and quality. They're already giving up at the start or in between. So that's like, there's another video out there really about belief and how important this is. Like, for example, there's Apollo 13, this very famous movie where the mission commander is in the beginning the only one who really firmly believes we bring these people back. Failure is not an option. And then he's like contagious, of course, because he's standing there in his firm belief, we bring them back. The question is not what kind of percentage they have to come back. The question is, how do we bring them back? So that and he focuses really good leadership. He focuses everybody on how to bring them back. And that's like one of the big problems in projects, that people don't believe it's actually possible. And I've been in projects where, most people would say they were absolutely impossible. There were experts saying that's not possible, or other people, no, not possible. And still, that kind of thing was done. Why? Because the project manager and the project team believed that it's possible. Maybe in the beginning it's just only one person. But if there's no one, it doesn't work. Then the whole thing becomes to pieces. It's obvious. If nobody believes it's going to happen like this, it's not going to be done. But belief really very, very, very often the case that a project where you look into where the project failed, so people didn't really believe in it from the beginning. Okay, and that's really a problem. So, but the other one is not so obvious, and it's about authentic communication. Imagine that you would say, I'm not going to lie ever again. Even something like, how do you do? And then I really don't like this question because how do you do? People always say, yes, good, something like this, yeah, when they are not. So you're already lying. I had a person was coming once to visit us, and I was asking, how do you do in that language? And the response was, yeah, good. And some hours later, that person was in hospital and was getting operated, was close to death. That's you are lying. Imagine that. Say, but it's no, you are lying. You're not doing authentic communication. And if you're already doing in some sort of simple things like this, there's always the option that you don't answer. If somebody is on the street asking you a question which is very personal, you can always say, sorry, I'm not going to answer. You don't have to lie. You just say you refuse the question. Yeah, you don't talk about it. It's an option. But in projects, a lot of time there's very inauthentic communication. Sometimes it's that to the top management we are always saying, yeah, everything is fine, everything is green, and so on. That's already greenwashing or looking nice and these kind of things. It's eroding communication in the project. Because, if they see it, that the project manager is doing something like this and sending out signals which are not the truth, not authentic, what do you think all the other people are doing? Well, they are going to be up in a whole looking good kind of mess. Everybody is trying to look as good as they can. And the program is going down the drain, the project. It's going to be a mess. Why? How do we want to see the problems if everybody is just covering up, looking good, and not saying how the things are? That's really one of the big problems. And we have this all over our society. It's we just want to look good. We just want to give the good message. Yes, of course we like to give good messages, but In a project, it's really about how it is, yeah? Facts, figures. And like, the time usually in projects, it's wasted in the beginning. Like projects, if you look at them and they're like, let's say 10 years long, the first several years, not so much is going to happen. If it's 1 year long, the first month, not really much is going to happen because everybody's saying, oh yeah, we are fine. Yeah. And then sometimes in the end, everybody's like running like crazy. That's why we invented agile project management. And the whole kind of thing becomes much simpler, and it's not this laid back and running, and that makes people crazy. Yeah? And there also in agile project management, you're just like you're choosing, it's much, it's much simpler sort of metrics in there. It's much simpler to report. Yeah? And a lot of times, it really makes a difference if you start talking the truth. Or what you really, the truth, is like a lot of times there's a truth for somebody else, there's my truth, but start talking your truth, not what something else wants to hear. That's going to make a dramatic difference in projects. Because if everybody is like this, everybody is like standing up and saying, hey, here's something going wrong, even if you can't do anything about it right now, put it into a risk and opportunity register and say, okay, we can't really address this right now. Or we put this somewhere and then we are going to manage it. Yeah? That's like one of the hints, risk and opportunity management, very important thing. And not only risk management, risk and opportunity management. Because to believe in the project, you have to have enough opportunities. And it's like the core thing, one of the most important messages. You want to have lots and lots of opportunities in your project. Like if you are going from here to there straight, you want to have like this pass and this pass and this pass and this. You want to have lots and lots of options how to achieve your goals. Okay? Thank you very much for watching. Please follow the channel.